So what up, Xbox One and PlayStation 4 fans? You know who it is! See, I don't even know where do I begin with that Xbox One conference or the Xbox reveal. Where do I begin? You know, it's kind of funny because yesterday I had school right after the conference, so I really didn't have time to put together a video. But since I'm a gaming commentator and I do a lot of videos on this, I felt like it was only right to express my feelings on what I saw, that spectacle of a conference. You know, I respect Microsoft for what they've done. Now, at the end of the day, I respect them because you gotta have a lot of balls to go this far away from what the gamers expected and to do exactly what people predicted you would do, to fall into every pitfall. You must have a whole lot of stuff to show us at E3. You know, huge shout out to my best bud, my best friend from grade school, my man Blastar7. I'm sure he's watching this video. Him and I talked for probably an hour or a little bit more than that right after the conference. And, you know, his reaction was, he said he was blown away. And not the positive blown away, just he was blown away at how ridiculous, you know, that spectacle was. And I'm sorry, I have an Xbox 360. Hear me out. I'm an Xbox fan. I'm not an Xbox fanboy. I had the original Xbox. I currently own an Xbox 360. I never purchased the PlayStation 3. I even did a video on like the 5 reasons I didn't purchase a PlayStation. And you guys understood. You guys felt me on that video. This conference was pretty much an opportunity to do away with all the rumors that had been talked about for the Xbox over the last 3 months. And I think they did a terrible job. You know, a lot of people wanted to hear the technical specs of the console. And so if you don't know, they have 8 gigs of RAM. They've got an 8-core processor, 64-bit architecture with 5 billion transistors. They got the Kinect 2.0, which captures in 1080p at 30 frames per second. And all of that sounded good, but they didn't really go into many details and talk about what type of RAM that they have. And we know this now. We know that it's DDR3. And the PlayStation 4 has GDDR5. You know, they neglected to speak on the speed that the CPU cores run at. So these are areas that I'm speculating right now. I'm kind of wondering, why didn't you go into details? Well, the bulk of this entire conference, if you hadn't seen it already, and I'm sure everyone's seen it. I know everyone that's listening right now has seen this conference. You guys are just wanting to know my take on it. But the bulk of the conference was focused primarily on the Xbox One being a media center. You know, a glorified Apple TV, or, you know, the place where all of your television, your cable, your apps, all your Xbox One will be the center of your living room from this point on. One of the things that I was looking forward to was the exclusive game announcements. And I'm going to start off by saying I was not impressed. You know, again, the focus was primarily on Xbox One being a media center where you could watch TV. In fact, there's a video out there right now that I tweeted out this morning where a guy basically made all the cuts for every time that they mentioned TV, which was like 1,000 times. You know, there's a new Halo TV series coming on the new Xbox. You can watch the NFL, which, by the way, pissed off the UK gamers. I can track my fantasy football team and my fantasy basketball, which I really don't give a flying flip about that. You know, presenting all these things that no one asked for. You know, that's the big problem I have with this console, is that they're trying to almost do what Nintendo Wii did when they captured a fan base that no one thought existed, where grandma can get up and play with the nunchucks and play Nintendo Wii. Well, now they're trying to have their own Trojan horse and say that everybody's going to want to do this on the Xbox One. And I'm I'm here to tell you that I am not in agreement with any of that. None of the entire beginning of this whole conference, maybe the first 30 minutes or so, intrigued me one bit. It almost feels like they spent millions of dollars on architecture and interface research, and they plan on charging me in the range of $500 or so. Also, I don't have to take my eyes off the TV anymore, or move my neck away to check things that I can already see on the Xbox One, on my laptop, or on my cell phone. Come on, son. I get the feeling that Microsoft in some way lost touch with the fans. I've discussed this with several of my friends over the last couple of days, and it just feels that way. The only exclusives they announced was Forza and Quantum Break. Forza is a great game. I enjoyed Forza throughout this generation, but that was a trailer. In fact, it kind of looked like Project Gotham racing. I've seen better trailers for a racing game. Quantum Break is another trailer with some real life footage with a little bit of CG in it, and it just wasn't impressive. I have no idea what to expect from Quantum Break. And my sources say that they are about 6 months behind on all of their exclusives. So they talk about having 15 exclusives down the road, which could very well be some arcade games that you download in the Xbox Marketplace. Who knows? You know, there was really just nothing said at this conference that led me to believe that there are going to be some exciting exclusives for the Xbox. There were zero surprises and just really nothing to get excited about. Third-party games, not impressed. You know, EA Sports signed a partnership with Microsoft, or in some way they're partnered with Microsoft. Wasn't EA Sports voted the worst company in the world, or at least here in the US? And it's not entirely true, but the fans don't give a crap about EA Sports. And don't let me get started on that Madden 06. I'm sorry, the Madden 25 trailer that they showed. Don't let me get started on the NBA Live trailer, where their shorts still don't even move. I know that might sound kind of funny to some of you guys, but my good friend D-Man pointed that out a long time ago about NBA Live, how the shorts don't move, and wow, y'all still can't get that right. It's a little detail, but oh man, NBA Live is still not looking real pretty to me right now. Call of Duty Ghosts. You showed me a dog. A dog. They focused a good majority of their reveal on that dog. Talking about how if you zoom in, you can see the graphics, you can see the scratches on the dog's face. Nah, son. I've seen graphics like that already. They also talked about how the new engine provides them the capability of adding dirt under the fingernails of the hands of the guys. So what are you trying to tell me? When I reload my gun, I'm going to be able to look closely if I pause the game in theater mode and see the dirt under my fingernails? I really think they ought to focus more on things that the real gamers of the Call of Duty series care about, like connectivity. How's the lag gonna be this year? They didn't even mention anything on that. They showed you how you could slide into cover, but the guy didn't even slide into cover. He slid and shot someone right in front of him. So he slides and shoots away from cover. Is that like some new form of drop shotting? All you're gonna do is piss more people off. And then they talk about how you can shoot from around corners. So what I'm led to believe now is that I can head glitch like I'm Cyclops, and then I can also shoot from around corners. Not to mention, you guys didn't even talk about, you know, maybe some perks that you got rid of. Maybe you've scaled back the amount of kill streaks that you need to win at the game. I don't know. You know, I'm not saying that it doesn't look good. I'm just saying I'm not impressed. And by the way, EA Sports, Call of Duty, all of those games that they showed the actual gameplay for will be on all of the consoles. They'll be on Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, maybe even the Wii U, you know, and they will definitely be on Xbox One, but it's like, it's not an exclusive. You just got some other guys to talk about some stuff that's going to be on every console. As soon as Call of Duty Ghosts was revealed at the Microsoft conference, the video went up on Sony's YouTube channel and their websites. So it's like indicating, hey, it's going to be on PlayStation 4 as well, the competition. So really, I mean, that was just an opportunity. They could have just had a separate reveal for Call of Duty Ghosts by themselves. Oh, and by the way, after the Microsoft conference, Sony's stock went up 10%. I mean, after the Microsoft conference, their stock went up 10%. What does that tell you? At the end of the day, they fell into every single hole that was already predicted for them back in March. For almost 3 months, people have been saying that they were going to focus on non-game related media center stuff, TV apps and cable, stuff that I can get without upgrading to a new console for $500. The majority of this conference was about multitasking and Kinect 2.0. I guess at this point I'd have to wait for E3 to really get a chance to see what Xbox is bringing to the table. Because the bottom line is I'm not impressed. It's your boy Shake. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll holla at you dudes later.
Big ups to Kels, my homie Big Snacks, C Nasty, my homeboy Shake Down. Yo, Shake, man, you already know, man. Keep doing what you doing, boy. You about to take the storm, man. You about to take YouTube by storm, fam. Keep doing what you doing. Thank you.